What's up, YouTube? So the top five with Spike Lee movies. This is gonna be interesting because I did like Clockers. I like 25th Hour. Um, Mo Better Blues was like one of the movies that I like. He had movies that I like. Chirac was interesting. You know, but if I had to pick five that I like by Spike Lee, it's mainly his early part of his career. Obviously, let's get the main ones out the way. Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X. Let's those two off the top. That is his prime and his peak as far as I'm concerned. He could have pretty much retired after Malcolm and he would have secured his legacy because those two stood out for me. Inside Man, which I liked a lot, Denzel Washington, Jodie Foster. I like that movie a lot. I think that's one of the most underappreciated. I thought that was a good ladder film. He Got Game, Denzel Rosario Dawson, and Bill Nunn, and also Lynetta McKee, Ray Allen. I like that movie. I really did. I thought that was cool. Um, and I gotta say, School Days, Black College Life, the interworkings of the whole thing. Because before, right when A Different World was being flipped after the Cosby Show, this movie went there, and it dealt with the whole Black life experience at college within the workings and broke it down by tone and feel, and it was strong. Lawrence Fishburne, Tisha Campbell, with some good acting there. Giancarlo Esposito, some good, very memorable. And then so I mentioned the right thing, Inside Man, Malcolm X, that's three. He Got Game, four, School Days. Honorable mention that She's Gotta Have It, because that's the one that really got his career going. It's his debut film, came out in '86. It's hard to believe that's gonna be 40 years. It's hard to believe. And in black and white and everything that was going on with that. And do you know the whole start of Mars Blackman? That's what him and Michael Jordan. It's the whole with the shoes, the glasses, the whole. That was the one. Spike Lee is one of my favorite filmmakers. When I take back enough from doing totality. However, he had movies that could have been better. I always thought that Jungle Fever could have been a better movie. It should have allowed itself to have more expansion. I think that was the one that got away. And then there's a lot. Crooklyn was interesting. He had movies that I liked, but they needed some work. They needed some touch. I did like Four Little Girls. I thought that was a strong documentary. I think that's one of his most slept on ones. He's one of those filmmakers that, and She Hate Me. I like that one. One of Anthony Mackie's movie. I thought that one was kind of underrated. I mentioned Clockers and 25th Hour. He had a few that I like. There's a few in there that I like latter day, but let's be realistic. His early stuff is where it's at. I mean, listen, which he was on the pulse of the film game from, I want to say, his prime and his peak was 88 through 92. Because with School Days, Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, Malcolm X, he was that dude. He was really, bringing it out and what have you. And I think Inside Man was a really good film. I like that. I like that. I like that. And all his stuff with Denzel, him and Denzel have been a dynamic duo. So I think that speaks volumes in itself. And when you look at the body of work, and of course all his films are trademarks, with his sister and his father and stuff, musical and everything, which has been a big part too with the soundtrack and everything. So his cinematography, how he uses that sit down thing with the bench and it moves, and how he's able to generate that. There are some definitely strategies that have made his films compelling and distinctive. But those are probably my five. If I was gonna let's say, Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X, Inside Man, He Got Game, and School Days. And honorable that She's Gotta Have It. But those are my five favorite Spike Lee movies. But let me know which one are your five favorite Spike Lee movies, and how do you rank him all time as a director? And what's the last film of his that you like? That's gonna be interesting when people come down on that, because he's put a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that people didn't kind of just. And I used to be a diehard, watch all his movies, but it's with most things. Time goes on, and some of that stuff just be kind of there, and you just kind of like pass it by, but you remember the stuff that moved you. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. On my peace.